What's up, everybody? It's your boy Dtlf back with another video. Around the league, man. This episode, a lot of trade rumors to get to, a lot of stuff to discuss. So hopefully you guys will be invested here all episode long. Make sure you guys get involved in the comment section. We'll be reading some comments. But it ain't around the league without these special guests, man. These gentlemen, no ball. So let's bring in my guy Eddie, man. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing great. Dan. What's up, like a fan?
Yes, sir. Let's
The
get
guy
it, man.
from that one that back again.
That's right. From the land down under. I love it, man. 11
Yes,
a.m. where
sir.
you're at. Yes, sir. Let's get it. Early morning from my guy Ed right here. And of course, Empire Jeff. What's up, bro?
What's going on, Dan and the Laker fans? What's going on? What's going on?
Yes, sir.
Good morning in the down under there, man. Good to see you
Yes.
again.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it.
Australia in the building, man. Love it. And I'm glad my guy Jeff beat out traffic to make it. Good to see you here, brother.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me again.
I know how it is in Los Angeles, but I know how crazy it could be with the traffic.
Yeah.
All right. We got to bring in one more, though, to complete the set, man. Don the Kingpin. What's up, brother?
What's going on, y'all? From the East Coast, West Coast, down
Coast,
under,
everywhere.
what's going on?
What's going on,
Big
Dan?
global, baby.
Around the
Big
league,
Bang
baby.
Global, yes, sir.
We're literally going around the league, huh? That's crazy.
Sir.
All righty, man. Let's kick it off with storyline number one. What's up, chat? What's up, Christian? See you guys. I see you guys. Storyline number one, Chris Paul, man. We got the reports yesterday, right? Now, reportedly, obviously he hasn't been bought out officially, but, there's rumors that there's a chance that could happen, or maybe they work a trade. We'll see. But according to multiple reports, if he is bought out, right, the Lakers and the Clippers would be very interested in pursuing him. Now, I got to ask, man, and I'm going to come to my guy, Dontario, first, man. What do you think? Should the Lakers pursue Chris Paul if he does get bought out? Potentially veterans minimum, maybe mid-level exception. What you thinking, bro? Should they? Should they not? Why and why not?
To me personally, I feel like it wouldn't hurt for the Lakers to go after him. One, because he brings you that leadership. He's a guy that's going to bring the best out of the guys. He's going to bring that toughness. We all, some people may squint at the, he gets injured at the wrong times. He's injury prone at the worst times. But I feel like at the end of the day, man, you can't go wrong with Chris Paul. He's been a great facilitator, great mid range. They call him the point guard. And that's been known throughout his whole career, man. And for two personally, man, it would complete the whole LeBron banana boat crew crescendo.
That's true.
He's played with D-Wade.
That's what he's for.
It's always a motive. It's always a motive.
The agenda was uncovered, man.
But LeBron has been on record. He always wanted to play with Chris Paul before his career ended. So he's already played with D-Wade. He's played with Bosh. He's played with Melo. And now this will be his opportunity to play with Chris Paul to complete that process. So it won't hurt for the Lakers to go after him. Especially on the cheap vet men, like he was saying, vet men or mid-level exception. Anything more than that, I'm passing. But it won't hurt to bring him on. I'll take him over Dennis, though. That's just my opinion.
I feel you, my brother. On the cheap is always good, just like Wendy's, man. Always good on the cheap, baby. Always good on the cheap.
Here we go.
I'm sorry, I got to. Hey, we still
trying to get
man. We're trying to get my dog the sponsorship, man. There's nobody that goes harder for Wendy's than my guy right here.
Wendy's, hit me up, man.
Yes, sir. Hit him up, Dontario, the Kingpin. All right, man. Ed, what you thinking, bro? Chris Paul, yes or nay? Yay or nay?
It depends, man. It depends on how much he will ask for. And as Don said, I would go a little bit lower than the mid-level. I'll go with the taxpayer mid-level, which is about like 5 mil. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jeff. About 5 mil. I wouldn't go the full mid-level, because I would rather have Naz Reid or Brook Lopez for full mid-level, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because we do have a point guard in this team. Actually, two, which is LeBron. He's the best point guard we have. And Reaves, right?
Right, absolutely.
However, if Chris Paul wants to be a Laker, because I feel like it's destiny, like Melo was destiny last season, to play with LeBron, I feel like come with the vet minimum, let's get the ring, call it quits afterwards. You know what I mean? Because he's injury prone, and if he comes in the vet minimum, man, I feel like he will be a Laker. But if he wants to be a Laker, because I feel like it's destiny, like Melo was destiny last season, to play with LeBron, I feel like come with the vet minimum, let's get the ring, call it quits afterwards. You know what I mean? Because he's injury prone. And if he comes in the vet minimum, man, even if you don't get Naz Reid or Brook Lopez, we can maybe split the mid-level between two players like Lonnie and Dennis, and can take the burden out of him. So he can take nights off. LeBron can take nights off, and we still have like two actually quality players that can handle the ball.
Right.
So all depends on how much he's asking, right?
Oh,
so
absolutely.
if he wants a full mid-level, for me it's a pass. If he wants the vet minimum, hell yeah. But if taxpayer mid-level, come over as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
That's my take.
I agree with you, man. I like that take a lot because honestly, like maybe he could potentially become what Rondo was for us as a veteran leader. That feisty point guard. Not going to give you all the minutes in the world, but hey, whether he comes off the bench or starts, which I think he would start, right? We know Chris Paul got an ego.
He's a starter, man.
Yeah,
he's a starter.
But maybe he plays bench level minutes. Maybe they split, between whoever the other guard is, whether it's D'Angelo coming back or whoever it is. You have your veteran leader there. All right, Jeff, talk to me.
Sorry. Just to one thing that just came to my mind as well.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jeff.
No,
Chris Paul and Schroeder, they play together in Oklahoma as well. So they do have that chemistry.
That's
as
true.
well. So they can play their like bench minutes and starting. So you know what I mean?
You know what? The only thing is I saw I don't want to read too much into it, but Dennis Schroeder's Instagram post sounded like he's about to get a raise somewhere. And he was saying goodbye. So I'm not sure that would work. But it would be interesting for sure. Now, Jeff, talk to me, man. I definitely want to hear your opinion on this whole Chris Paul situation, man.
I wanted Chris Paul in 2012, 2013. I have not wanted him since. However, that's just circumstances, money, things he was dealing with, him trying to be as the best player on my team, all those things. He just never checked the boxes for me after that. You kind of stole my thunder a little bit there with the Rondo thing that was in my pocket. So good job. We're always on the same page mentally. We're just like communicating telepathy here. But I hope he's the Rondo that's like got the camera and like filming during games because he's not playing like that Rondo. Like third time around. third time around. But I'm torn here just for the simple fact that I just CP3, I just didn't want him on my team. But for the vet minimum, and if you're getting Chris Paul, I can't believe I'm saying this though. If you're getting Chris Paul as your potential 5th, 6th best player, and at the league minimum or vet minimum, I could live with it. I could live with it. Nothing above the minimum to me though. I wouldn't even consider him for the mid level.
Wouldn't even pick up the phone, huh?
Nah. I wouldn't even respond to the text, pick up the phone, nothing.
Yeah.
Like anything above the mid. Look, you're coming here to try to win a chip if our team is aligned correctly. That's your chance at it, to play with Braun and finish, Don's dream there with the banana boat crew, coming through. But on top of that, like I think there's for that taxpayer mid level, I think there's better players. We can get more reliable players that fit a need. And this is going to be kind of my tone every time I'm asked a question about these players is what hurt us in the playoffs. What does Chris Paul fix in those situations? Right. So it's like, I'm looking for guys specifically. We have the core. We have really good pieces. We need to insert kind of some parts there that are going to help us with the areas that we struggled in. Chris Paul doesn't check that box. He gives us leadership. Yes. I think he'd be good for AD, to be honest with you. I think he'd be good in games when LeBron is sitting or taking his, sabbaticals and rest. But outside of that, nothing above the minimum. She may even give him like not even a cent above the minimum. That is it. Like draw the line.
Man,
like
we're giving him a year long supply of free access to the taco trucks, the local ones. We can throw in some deal breakers there. But I agree with you, Jeff. Absolutely. Chris Paul, to me, I haven't liked him since New Orleans. Okay, it's been that long. He was good even with the Clippers, but I didn't personally like him. I thought he was an asshole. He's always trying to start a fight. Yeah. Twisting people's arms and shit. You would think he's a game banger the way he's twisting people's arms.
He's got little man syndrome.
Yeah, he does have little man. Remember when Pau Gasol tapped him in the head?
He's like, that's sunning me. That's sunning me.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
Yeah, man. Listen, Chris, man, you're an NBA player, bro. You're larger than life, so you don't have to worry about that. But at the same time, I think, look, the Lakers just seem to be a landing, hotbed zone for these aging guards. I mean, we didn't have Gary Payton come through here. We didn't have Steve Nash or the ghost of Steve Nash came through here with 30 games played. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have what other point guards we didn't have come through here. So when I heard Chris Paul, I was like, oh man, I really didn't want it at first. But the more I thought about it, I was like, if he comes at that discount, he does get bought out. He already has his primary contract money. So now the question is, do you want to win a championship? And if so, you're going to take the least amount of money from the Lakers, which in turn would give us flexibility, right? And I think that's what would help the Lakers right there. That gives you the big name that LeBron trusts. And like you said, like Jeff said, man, great point. It would be good for Anthony Davis. I think you get a feisty guard like that, you're pushing AD to probably his limit offensively, right?
One thing, keep in mind, Chris Paul is getting about 30 million next year. Only about 15 of that is what's guaranteed. So if they waive him, the Suns are paying 15. So he's not just making the minimum next year. He's making that 15. Even if they stretch it, that's $3 million a year over whatever years, right? So he's still getting at least $15 million from Phoenix, plus whatever he gets on top of that. So keep that in mind. You know what I mean? It's not like he's just going to get a vet minimum and that is it. He's going to be paid well for his services next year, no matter where he goes.
Absolutely. At this point, we just don't want his daughter to get bullied anymore. That's all we're saying, right? We don't want that baby to get bullied no more.
Don't come to LA. Don't come to LA. We bully babies for fun out here. just don't do it.
But what I'm saying, like if you get a championship, that puts all of that to bed. Yeah. So it's gonna be a question: do you want to compete or not? Right?
Yeah. And out of us and the Clippers, we're the ones that can offer him the most money. The Flippers, they would have to offload a whole bunch of contracts in order to even have a chance of getting to him. So we pretty much in the catbird seat when it comes to Chris Paul if he gets waived. Yeah,
and
on top of that,
Clippers don't real quick. Sorry. The Clippers really don't have a lot of money, and plus, are they gonna punt on Russ for CP3? Like looking how he looked on them last year. You get what I'm saying though? Like, I mean, if the choice is Russ or CP3 for equal money, I think they go Russ. Now, if Russ turns them down because he can get more money out there, that's another story. But I believe their preference would be Russ over little man syndrome.
I think Chris Paul would be a fool to want to go back to the Clippers, man. You've seen what happened the first go around, man. They basically juiced you like a lemon lime. They just said, and then they threw you away like the peel. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want that for Nick. That's all they do. They sell tickets, right? Go ahead, Ed. You have something?
No, yeah. On top of that,
my bad.
That's so good, man. On top of that, the Clipper situation as well, the Flippers. It's basically Chris Paul would have a lot of more load over there because you cannot rely on Kawhi. Forget about it. The guy doesn't even play playoff time. You know what I mean? Don't play through injury. A 38-year-old LeBron is playing with a torn tendon. You know what I mean? And the guy, anyways, it's not about the Flippers.
Can I say how great it is to have someone on a complete other continent calling them the Flippers? It's freaking beautiful.
Oh, man.
It's worldwide, man.
Beautiful, man.
Shout out to Australia. Yes, sir. Shout out to Australia.
Yes, sir.
Brazil. Absolutely. Listen, man. Laker fans are well educated all around the globe, man. That's why I love my man Ed coming through and representing for the land down under and for Brazil, right? His motherland. But look, listen.
Yes, sir.
Bottom line is this, right? Chris Paul on the Lakers at a bargain price, check, right? Chris Paul on a non-bargain price, hell no. Get him away from me. He's basically a shell of himself at this point in his career, right? Now, I do want to ask this one, man. Chris Haynes again. He seems to be the one reporting all this hot news, whether it's premature or not. Talking about the Lakers would love to take care of Anthony Davis and sign him to an extension. Get that done possibly soon. Thoughts on that? And let's start with Ed, man. Now, before you go, I would like to preface that Anthony Davis, I pump fake him a little bit. Anthony Davis, the fan base is split. Some fans are sick at the thought of AD getting a long-term extension. I don't know why. It benefits us either way because you lock him up, even if you don't keep him his full contract. It's a contract to play with, right? So, what do you think, Ed? Go ahead.
I'm all for it if we get another center to play alongside. AD cannot play the 5. 40 minutes a game, man. He's a 5 the last 8 minutes in the fourth quarter. You know what I mean? He's athletic, but he's not strong enough. He cannot bang with like Embiid, Giannis. These guys, they're very strong. And AD, you know what I mean? He can be a monster. He can be dominant, especially in the defense. Oh, man, don't take me wrong. But offensively, I feel like if you don't put a secondary body to bother the best bigs in the league,
right? He
will definitely not have an offensive game. You can see like against, like, even though in the game 1 he was like 40 points, but against Denver, even sometimes like one game yes, one game no in the playoffs, he didn't show up. You know what I mean? So I feel like you need another center to protect AD. Let's put it this way, to protect his health.
Okay, I like that take. And to add to that, I don't feel like it's so much because AD is not a center, but it's because, we rely on him so much on the defensive end, and then he doesn't, we expect him to be, Hakeem Olajuwon offensively, right? It's like you can't have your cake and eat it too. If you want that version, like my man Ed said, moving back to the 4, which is his natural position, which is what he wanted to play all along. It's the way we won a championship. Get somebody to do the dirty work down low. Maybe help him, as a secondary defender, block some shots, get some rebounds, get some putbacks. And now AD can focus a little bit more on the offensive end of the floor. So I agree with that 110%. Got to come to you, Jeff. What you thinking about the possibility of an extension there?
I think they should. I think they're going to offer it. I don't think he signs it, though. Just for the simple fact, he gets more money if he waits, So it comes down to him. Does he think he can get injured and miss out on big money? Because the last time he waited till free agency and signed the bigger money extension. That's typically the clutch sports theme. Right. So I wouldn't anticipate him signing it. I think they'll offer it, and maybe they're offering it knowing he won't sign it, just so hey, we offered it to you, right? I don't know, but as far as like AD, you don't. AD is still top talent. You know what I mean? You try to lock him up. And the whole thing with AD at the 4 and AD at the 5, like at the end of the day, like AD's never said he doesn't want to play the 5. He's just more effective at the 4. So the problem is, so it's like AD, if he's guarding a player like Jokic, like he's only looking to go through AD. Now, if Jokic is playing against a center that he's bumping while looking over his shoulder, where is AD at to block this weak side? That's when AD is at his best. So absolutely. AD at his best is playing the 4 and then sliding to the 5 in the death lineup in the final 5 minutes of a game. That was the cheat code in 2020, and that works. He's not against playing the 5 at all, like not at all. He's just more effective at playing the 4. So I think people kind of misconstrue that a little bit when they get down on him for that, and it's just not really the case. But at the end of the day, they need a bruising, dirty work big to play with AD, and those guys are coming back because of Joker. So there's going to be guys out there, and they'll be able to get them, and then AD will play the 4, and then at the end of the game, AD will be the 5, and that's how it should be. So that the second he's ready to take that pen, the Lakers need to have that pen ready and extend that man.
Absolutely. I mean, it would be foolish to just try to let him walk for nothing or to prematurely trade him because he didn't want to sign that extension. Dante, talk to me, bro. Well, how you feeling?
Oh man, ain't much for me to say, man. Jeff and Ed pretty much took all my points, man.
They Pac-Man that motherfucker.
Yeah, man. Yeah, they own it, man. A100. Hey, I will offer AD the extension, man. He's still a star in this league. When AD is on and he's focused, like he's top 10, man. Like you can't deny the talent there. He can give it to you on both sides of the court. Like Ed said, we need that bruiser big, so that AD can move back to his natural position, which is the 4. I commend him for even trying to put on extra weight after 2020 to even, play the 5, because that's hard to do. That's really hard to do. Even if you go back to his college days, he's always had that slim body. He's always been like a finesse big. He's never been this banger big like Jokic and Embiid and even Drummond to an extent. So that's why I've even been campaigning for Brook Lopez for the mid-level. Like if we can do it, that'll be awesome. Like AD and Brook Lopez, oh my God, like who?
He's the fit. He's the
perfect fit for them.
He shoot the 3, he rebounds. Yeah,
perfect. AD and Cook Lopez together, man. Watch out, man. Any legit 7-footer, to be honest, we saw it with JaVale, we saw it with Dwight. Any legit big man who can, do the dirty work, he's gonna feast, man. So I agree with you though.
Yeah,
definitely.
And
on top of that, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Go ahead. I'll go after you.
No, just regarding JaVale and Dwight. In 2020, AD was shooting the 3 way better. So this year, he's not shooting since the 2020 season. So we need a big that can stretch the floor. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, and I think that actually has to do with him using up his legs on the defensive end and all of that. Is that impacts the offensive end of the floor? Believe it or not, a lot of the time the jump shot is flat because you're not using those legs. If you play ball, those legs are crucial to hitting those jump shots. Even the late game shots. He struggled in the Western Conference Finals with some of these late game little push, jump shots and little teardrops around the basket, little hook shots. Because he didn't have the leg. He's so focused on guarding Jokic and switching and doing all these things, fighting through screens, that now you get to that fourth quarter and you see flat-footed. And a lot of times this is why I believe he wasn't defending the ball, or should I say demanding the ball in the fourth quarter, right?
He was gassed.
Yeah. So yeah, I absolutely agree with you, fellas. It's like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Go back to the two big lineup. I agree. Go ahead, Ontario.
Yeah, look at his time in New Orleans, like him and Boogie, like those two right there, scary. You put AD at the 4, that truly unlocks him right there. He can hurt you. He's a 3-level scorer from the 4, and he can defend the paint as well. So, like you were saying, Dan, we have to go back to that 2020 model. We have to go back to that, because that's the only way he's going to be effective. You can't expect him to give you 30 and 20 plus lock down the bigs, and then you asking him to knock down all his free throws. At this point, he's 30. He's got those lower leg injuries. He has never played a full 82 game season throughout his career. And the Lakers knew that prior to trading for him. They knew that. So they need to do whatever it takes to ensure his health, his overall health. And I feel like getting that bruiser bid, Brook Lopez, make it happen. I feel like it's going to happen.
It's very possible.
Yeah.
But also keep in mind the 2020 model, I think also people forget too, is that they benched JaVale and Dwight for most of those playoffs until they came up against Joker. Markieff Morris was getting those starting minutes. AD started at the 5 for most of those series. So you know what I mean? And then they took them out of there. And then as soon as they came up against Joker, that's what you have them for. Dwight in there with his antics.
And versus Bam as well. Versus Bam in the finals. Yeah.
But as far as they really didn't play much in round 1 and round 2. You know what I mean? It was when they got to the conference finals and then in the finals. So something like that, situational usage. You know what I mean? Is what they need. Brook Lopez will be great because he's a 3-and-D big. You know what I mean? He's a perfect big to play next to AD. He's an all defensive team. He can hit the 3. He's got post moves. He can use his left or right hand. Like he's a perfect big. He's older, which I don't necessarily love, but he's the perfect big to play next to him. And like you said, AD hasn't played a full 82 games in his career, and neither did any of the guys they traded for him for either. You know what I mean? They were already in that element too. So it's
keep a lookout to add to that. Keep a lookout for Derek Lively II. Apparently, he had a workout for the Lakers and skipped his next workout. Remember, the Warriors have the 19th pick, which is 2 picks behind the Lakers. After he had the workout for the Lakers, apparently it went so well, he forewent his workout with the Warriors. So that might be somebody to look at. Now I'm not sure he'll play heavy minutes. Obviously, he's a rookie, but I'm very intrigued by that prospect. He's my favorite because we need the size, just in case we don't get like a Brook Lopez. We need something there. Insurance policy. They're
trying to stash him, but the stock is starting to rise. And one little wrinkle in this new CBA, which you got to be careful with, is that doesn't work anymore. Is because before the teams could ditch the workout and not give you the medicals. Now they can't do that. So it's like the teams are gonna have access to that. So like, maybe it didn't work out for me. I've seen you enough. I see you're healthy. I don't care if you didn't come to work out. We're picking you. That's a new layer in the CBA that which they should have put in there. So teams aren't gonna be able to stash guys like that anymore. So keep a lookout for that.
With the gem. I love it. I love it. I didn't know that. You just educated the shit out of me right there, bro.
There's a lot, man. There's a lot. I'm still trying to confirm a few things, but that I did confirm. Yeah.
So let's shift gears a little bit here from the Lakers. Let's go with another Chris Hines report, right? Talking about the Heat, Nets, and Sixers, all possible landing destinations for Damian Lillard, man. Out of the 3, which one do you guys believe is the best fit? Let's start with my guy Jeff.
You said it was Heat, Suns, and Nets.
Yes.
Nets. They're the only.
No, it was Heat, Sixers, or Nets.
Yeah.
Heat, Sixers, or Nets. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, Ramona came out today to say Suns. Sorry, my fault. I got twisted.
Oh Lord, please don't let it go to the Suns.
Yeah, but it's not. It's not. The only one with anything real to offer in that scenario is Brooklyn. Miami's picks are tied up. Philly. They don't have. What are they going to offer? Like, is I don't see Brooklyn doing a
couple
trade
of Philly
for
steak
Harden.
cheeses, man. And
no. It's just I don't see it. Brooklyn is sitting there. There was a rumor that came out that Brooklyn was offered 4 first-round picks from Mikal Bridges, and they turned it down. And it turned out that team was Memphis. So, and they turned it down. You know what I mean? So they're holding out for a bigger deal for him if they do move him, or they just really like him. Brooklyn stacked up with picks in multiple directions. They've got pretty good players they can move as well as picks. They're really positioned to make a big move. And I don't know if Dame is the guy just because of his age, but that owner seems to want to be in contention. It doesn't seem to worry about the normal stuff. He seems a little crazy. So of all those teams, the one of the best assets to make that deal would be Brooklyn.
Okay. But and now let me ask Ontario. But the question was, which one do you think is the best fit for him? Right? Like where will he go in and do some damage right away? Like we already talked about the Suns. That was my next question, right? Phoenix Suns, they're in the reports. But Ontario, who's the best team in your opinion from the three we mentioned?
Oh man, I feel like to me personally, I feel like Philly would be the best fit for him. Him and Embiid, they give the inside outside dynamic duo. I know, Philly fans, they probably wincing at that because they already went through that with James Harden.
Yeah.
And and even though the Damian Lillard, again, you'll be taking the ball out of Tyrese Maxey's hands. They seem to be wanting to cover him a lot. They try to make him the next guy. He's a real good player. I like his game. But I just feel like in order for him to win the championship, I feel like Philly would be the best fit. Jeff brought up a great point. I feel like Brooklyn would be the easiest path for him to get traded there, just because of the assets they have. But I feel like the best fit for me is Philly with him and Embiid. Go ahead and send him there again. Embiid one more year. Like, look, Embiid, you got one more year. You got one more chance to do this, because I do feel like they're gonna give Embiid one more year, and if they strike out again, then they're gonna be looking to move him. So, yeah.
Well, one thing, man, one layer to what I said real quick. I think he's the best fit and the best path in Brooklyn because it's about what's left for him to play with. You get what I mean? So you mentioned Maxey. He's gone in the Dame trade. You know what I mean? So
absolutely.
So at the end of the day, so it kind of checks both boxes for me. What those other teams would have to give up, what's there left to play with? You're basically Portland again. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Is how I saw it.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay. Ed, man, talk to me, man. Who you like, Damian Lillard? Assuming he even goes anywhere. I feel like we have this conversation every fucking summer, man.
Every off season.
Yeah, like
and in season.
We start talking about Damian getting traded, and then he does like 10 Portland Trailblazer loyalty commercials. Like, assuming he does get traded, where you like him, bro? Out of those teams we mentioned,
Miami, hands down, Miami.
Right there,
and I do think, like, I know peak wise they don't have many, but I do feel like they have Oladipo that can throw it in, sign and trade Max Strus as well, or Gabe Vincent, and they still have Kyle Lowry. So if Portland wants to go that path, I think Kyle Lowry, with his veteran leadership, championship for the new young and upcoming guys, I think they could do it.
Well, I think that the conversation has to start with their white boy. What's his? I always forget his name, man. Tyler Hero. He's not my hero, but he's somebody's hero out there. Somebody want him. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Portland, that would be a good fit for him. Got to start with Tyler Hero. I don't know what else it would require to get the logo Lillard, but
Duncan Robinson as well, maybe.
Yeah.
Jimmy Neutron 2.0. Okay.
There's so much money. He's making so much money.
And he's showing up in the finals. He's playing good in the finals as well.
Yeah, man. No, I like your. You know what? I thought fit wise, I was kind of surprised my guy Jeff went Brooklyn, but it's a good fit too. But I thought Miami would be perfect because I feel like Miami is literally one Lillard away from a title, And so, assuming they keep the core, which is Jimmy Butler,
that's the thing. I'm measuring all that, and it's not.
But do you really feel like it would take that much to land Lillard at this age with that contract? I'd actually think
he's declining, though.
Well, you have to because of the contract, because you got to send money out to get him. So it's like you're sitting here looking at like Lowry. I mean, Lowry would have to go in that deal just because he's big money. People talk about these teams like for the CBA punishing the Clippers, the Warriors, and like potentially the Suns and all these dudes. No one talks about Miami like they're not stacked with contracts. Like they're stacked. You know what I mean?
That's true.
And they got 4 unsigned players that have completely outplayed their value and are going to need to get signed too, and they're not going to be able to keep them. So
Like
it's like when you're
Martin,
sitting
man,
there,
balling.
yeah. So when you're looking at it, I'm looking at who would be there to play with when I measure the fit. If you're saying, okay, in a magical world, we can add Dame to this team, and no player goes out in that process, Miami.
I've seen it so many times, bro, where we expecting a super blockbuster and then they go from pennies to $1 because it's not the Lakers. Like they sending peanuts over there to Portland and they're like, you know what? It was time. No, listen, man, I agree. If as long as it is not, you're not required to give up the farm. Because then it wouldn't make sense, right? The whole point is
they have to cash in on him, though. Like they have to cash in on him. This is their last chance to.
I just feel like they could have traded him away 2 years ago and got maximum return. Now I don't know. Now I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see.
Because the injuries are starting to pile up on the regular, and like Shannon said earlier, the older you don't get healthier the older you get. The more time you're gonna need for those injuries, the recoup from those injuries. So the injuries are starting to pile up on Damian Lillard. So like Jeff said, if now need to be the time that you cash in on them.
Gotta cash in as best as you can. I'm not sure what it'll return, but let's see if somebody's willing to pay the price for a Damian Lillard. Sharon, I appreciate you, Sharon. This was a gift from my good friend Quincy. Shout out to Quincy if he's watching the video or whatever. Man, I appreciate you, bro. It was a gift. Thank you, Sharon. I'm sure you can find it though on Google. You type in what was it called? The Hawaiian version of the Laker jersey? I'm not sure. I don't remember what it's called. Though. I'm sure you can look it up.
But we know he's standing in Portland though. We know that. He's standing in Portland.
You think so?
I think you retired that, man.
What'd you say, Ed? Repeat it.
I think he will retire that.
You think so?
I mean, there's a chance, right? There's a chance because they've seen that always like Dan says, they have this talk every season, every preseason, every postseason. We're gonna have this during the midseason tournament talk. Like
I'm sick of it, man.
And as Jeff said, like with the new CBA, it makes so much more difficult to trade for a guy like that. You know what I mean? Supermax
his contract is so disgusting, man.
And he still have 3 more years.
Yeah, and we say this every time, so I'm going to say it when we talk about Dame. Dame is full of shit. Dame is full of shit.
Somebody needs to switch the didiaper, man. Somebody needs to change the diaper. He's thinking up the joint, man.
Shit'll get off the pot. We're tired of talking about this.
If Pump Fate was a person, his name would be Damian Lillard.
And I think his claim. Hold up. I think his claim to fame.
You got him.
Right. I feel like his claim to fame is trade talk. Like this is what he thrives off of. He's over here throwing the Lakers name into the hat. He's out here, he loves this attention because he ain't getting no kinds of attention in Portland.
He's mastering it. Yeah, he's mastering it. He's doing his job. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's doing his job. He's staying relevant for not winning. He's getting paid dummy money for not winning. Double supermax for not winning. He's staying in a city where he's not judged, not slayed by the media for not winning.
He's loved.
Like he's living. Actually, Dame has almost a perfect NBA life if you didn't without the rings, right? I mean, great career, Hall of Fame career. Never felt the pressure. Generational wealth. Like shout out to Dame for that, but he's still shit.
My man is out here settling for ring pops, man. That's all he cares about. You know what I'm saying? Nakomi asks, and I hope I got that name right. Miami needs a Dame, but would he fit into the Heat culture? Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
I think Damian Lillard fits into any culture. Yeah. This guy's clutch, man. He's a killer for real. Unfortunately, he's just been selling wolf tickets in Portland because they ain't never gonna build a contender out there, man.
Him and Jimmy would be dope. Him and Jimmy would be absolutely
dope.
I love it.
And Bam, apparently he's friends with everybody in the league. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens. I actually think if there's a chance he gets traded, it'll be this summer. If he doesn't get traded this summer, he might as well start filling out his retirement papers and all of that because he's gonna.
It gets much harder next summer. So, if they don't trade him this summer, then like I said, they want to know the president. Like there's a little presidential library in Portland. The Damian Lillard inaugural whatever.
Ridiculous,
all the and the protesters. Yeah, just stay there, dude. Just stay there.
He's been dropping dimes since he landed in Portland, man. He ain't never dropping nickels. I'll tell you that. All right, so Jokic made some history last night. Apparently, I don't know. I was a snooze fest. I wasn't watching. He
Man.
can't jump over a magazine if his life depended on it. All right.
Oh, there was a game last night.
Yeah, there was apparently, and Joker was out here making history. 30, 20, and 10 game, first player in the finals to do that. Are you impressed? Let's start with Don Terry. You impressed? 30, 20, 10.
I mean, consider he's the first player in history to do it. Yeah, I mean, I'll be impressed just because of that. Honestly, I haven't been paying attention to the finals, man. I'm ready for the offseason. I'm ready for free agency, man. To be honest with you, but yeah, he's impressive, man. I feel like within the next couple of years, he's going to be top 10 in the NBA. He already is in my books. He's just that magnificent of a talent, man. So, like Jeff was saying earlier, I feel like because of his success, many teams are going to be playing bigger now. Like the small ball is about to end. Like
yeah, that's the only thing about Denver. Getting as far as that, they've been punishing everybody for that one big 4-guard lineup bullshit, and as a result, they're winning in the finals so far. So that's the only good upside. All right, Ed, talk to me, man. You impressed by this phone book jumping mother?
Well, man, as Don Tara said, is because it's the first time. Yeah, it's impressive, but man, you watch the guy playing. As I messaged you yesterday, he was killing it, but you pointed out really well the refs just let him.
I'm glad you brought it up. I thought I was going to sound like the only hater up in this panel.
The dirtiest thing, bro. Like he was pushing Adebayo all the time when he was going for a rebound. So, makes it easier to get 20 like that. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
If I was allowed to throw elbows and push and swim through the defense like that, I'd probably have about 40 myself, man.
Yes, sir.
I agree, brother. Impressive, sure. He's very skilled, very talented, but man, come on, man. The stuff he gets away with, they let this man. Anyway, I'm gonna save it. Go ahead, Jeff. Talk to me, bro.
I'm impressed. I watch every NBA finals, every game. Never seen that before. And also, to the point, all the quote unquote top players in the league are potential best player in the championship team. The Giannis's, the LeBrons, now Joker. They get calls when it comes to the territory. You know what I mean? And I think what impresses me most, because you're right, you get fouled, you get to the free throw line, maybe that's an extra 10, whatever, some points, right? Those assists are real. You know what I mean? That changes the game. And when he's down there and you have really, really, really good defenders, like you said, the man cannot jump over a phone book. The man can't change speeds faster, than a fat cat. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, though, like he has them all off balance because they don't know what he's going to do. Is he going to shoot it? Is he going to pass it?
I'm sorry, I got to throw one in here, man. He's built like a motherfucking mascot, bro. Seriously.
He is. But that mascot can hoop. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, I get everyone's take on it. I really do. But that's a bad man. You drop 30, 20, 10 in an NBA Finals game on the road. That impresses me.
Okay. Hey, man, can we all admit that Screaming Nate Smith is a clown, man? This dude really gonna say Jokic does not have a post game.
That's crazy.
I had a post.
Seriously? Wait. Hold on. Did you see what he followed that up with? Man, like I gotta get myself.
JJ Redick cooked the shit out of him, bro.
He sits here and says the Joker doesn't have a post game, and then his follow up was to compare him to Kevin McHale.
That's ridiculous.
Like I'm taking crazy pills or something. When he's like, I'm like, what? Did I just hear that? Like, what is this dude doing? Like, he doesn't watch games. He doesn't watch games.
No, he don't. He need to get his basketball privileges revoked, man.
Yeah. They need to be revoked.
Snatched away.
I feel like Stephen A. at this point he follows too many trends. Like he watches too much social media and he tries to copy and paste onto the show whatever he reads online. I'm convinced.
He's there to entertain. Like he's a soap opera actor, right?
Yeah,
right. He's there to entertain. He doesn't know the games. The things he talks about is not real substance. Stephen A. at a point in time was a great analyst and a great reporter.
I remember
the second he got paid the big bucks to do this. I mean, like I said, he did his thing. But at the end of the day, no one takes him serious, and that's why they got to have guys like this other dudes up there to slay him because this dude is just terrible.
He's a real life Muppet, man. If I've ever seen him,
he sure is.
Bruh, he's a real life Muppet. But let me give you guys my quick take on the Joker and why I'm such a Joker hater. All right, because I'm a fucking Joker hater. All right, the dude is skilled. I give him his flowers. He's a 7-foot Luka Doncic. Okay, he's amazing with a post game and all of that. Love it. Here's where I have a problem with it. Okay, and I never paid attention because Denver's just so boring to watch that I wasn't watching during the regular season. I'll be honest with y'all. But this postseason, I'm starting to realize that the NBA always has a poster child, right? During the 06, 07 years, it was Steve Nash. They loved this guy, you know?
Yep.
They still ain't removed Jerry West from the NBA logo when it should be Kobe Bryant or Michael Jordan. If we're being honest, heck, LeBron James, I wouldn't complain. You know what I'm saying? If we're talking about production, the NBA new poster child is Jokic, man. I'm watching these finals, and I'm sitting there watching this man push, pull, grab, jab, you know, move people out of the way, get away with it. And then he flops like a fish and gets the whistles, man. I feel Miami's frustration. I'm not a Heat fan, and I'm sitting there like, hey, yo, what's going on? I'm not going to lie, bro. I wasn't impressed by his historic triple-double. I'm impressed by his skill set, and that's as far as it goes. Not a fan. Then they wonder why they don't get talked about a lot. Maybe it's his play style. Maybe it's effective, so I'll give him that much credit. It's working out for him, but let's not sit here and act like the NBA doesn't favor certain types of athletes, okay? The Larry Bird types, you know what I'm saying? Like the unathletic, like they need the refs to, you know, come out here and give them the whistle. Heck, even our guy Austin Reed getting the benefit of the whistle during the regular season. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know why they need it. I'm not complaining about that either, but I'm saying like the level that the Joker gets these calls, man. At the level that the Joker gets these calls, it's next level, brother. It's next level. And I'm just like, we don't need to help these superstars. They're good enough on their own. You know what I'm saying? And I would wish they let them play equally both ways. And that's the only thing that has me like a sour grape out here, man. But outside of that, you know, may the best team win. I really don't have a horse in the race. I hope Miami gets back into this. We know Spo is great at making adjustments, so I look forward to it. But next question.
7 games, man. 7 games.
Me too. That'd be great. May the best team win. I wish everybody
yes.
But this is what I gotta say, man. This is my next question. Besides Jokic's amazing performance, what was the most memorable finals performance that you guys can remember to date? And I'm gonna start with Ed. Go ahead, bro. If you have one.
Yeah, it's a mix of like when I watch the highlights from the LeBron James.
Okay, do you
I
remember
feel like
the year?
I feel like it was 2013. It was not LeBron anyways, but it was the 3-point shot from Ray Allen.
Oh, okay, I see.
Game 6. Game 6.
2012.
2012, yeah.
2012.
I see.
Okay. Bro.
Okay.
Yeah, that was one of the top shelf for me, bro.
Okay, for sure. Jeff, let me rephrase this question. I'm not talking about like a game specifically. I'm talking about like a full finals performance that really impressed you.
Oh,
you know
man,
what I'm saying?
Full finals performance.
And I can come back to you if you want. I can go.
Yeah, because I was thinking of just of like a game.
One game.
Okay. Yeah. Well, no, I would say that. Man, Bron's got a couple of them. If I'm thinking recent memory, but Shaq in 2000 was.
Yeah, that was pretty dominant.
Shaq in 2000, but Bron in 2000, the year they lost actually. Bron in Bron in 2015 and Brown in 2018, even though they lost those two, was just spectacular.
For sure.
But I'll go Shaq because they won. Shaq in 2000 was the most dominant force I have ever seen.
Yeah, that's a good one. I'm glad you brought that one up. I wasn't thinking of that one. You're absolutely right. And my guy Ontario, man, I kind of know which direction you're going with this one. But
hey, you're right. You're right. You're right. Of course, man. 2016 finals, man.
That was an epic one.
Come back from 3-1, man. Never been done before.
And LeBron put up monster numbers that final.
Yeah, he did. Not only that, but he led not just his own team, but he led all players in points, assists, rebounds, blocks, steals, every statistical category he led in. Like, it don't get no better than that. It don't get no better than that. Plus, you top that off by coming back from 3-1. Like, man, come on, man. Like, man, you know what I'm saying?
73 win team.
Yeah, that was you picked a good one. I kind of figured you were going to go that direction. But I mean, I'm not mad at you for it.
They made that same 73 win team go out and get Kevin Durant. Yeah, man.
Yeah, facts. That's a great one as well. Now I'm gonna offset that one a little bit. Hopefully Dontario don't get too mad at me. I gotta bring up the 2011 finals, Dirk Nowitzki, man. Yeah, he beat the Heatles, man. That was 1-on-3 star power wise. That was 1-on-3. I know he had the vets and all of that, and the Hall of Famers on his team. But man, Dirk Nowitzki averaged 26, 9.7 rebounds. I had to look up the stat, and 2 assists.
Bro, Jason Terry in that series
was great. The Jets.
I still want to slap him. I still want to slap him for that year. I still want to slap them for that year.
J Kidd too was crazy for them, and Tyson Chandler.
Jason Terry was missing nothing, nothing.
Well, what a series! But that's a series that comes to mind, like to me, where I was just like, I did not expect Dirk to be able to, be the shining, the most bright star in that series. I thought it was gonna be LeBron or Wade or one of them, right? But man, that one right there.
That was a great one. And then, happy he got one too. Happy he got one.
Yeah. But everybody want to point at most of the fact that LeBron choked. I mean, which he did. I put that finals against him because I feel like he didn't bring what he needed to bring the cap off that finals. But Dallas came in with a good game plan. Play zone. Like they knew that Miami at that time was not a good outside shooting team. They wanted to get in the paint. That's what their strength. So Dallas said, okay, you want to get in this paint, we're gonna play zone. Like I dare you to make threes. So Miami didn't get it done. So I credit Dallas for that, man. They came out with a good game plan.
Hey, can we talk about one thing? Dan brought up a great playoff run series right there, and I want to talk about something about that 2011.
Go ahead.
I think Bron gets. I don't think he choked that year. To be honest with you, look at the teams Dallas beat that year. They beat the Lakers with Kobe Bryant before he got hurt. Kobe was still killing. All right. They beat the Lakers, the defending champion Lakers that year. Okay. Then they went and beat that up and coming OKC team who went to the finals the next year. And then they went and they beat Miami. So I think when people say Bron choked or Kobe, I think they're discrediting the Mavs for what they did that year. They caught lightning in a bottle that year and they earned that shit. I mean, that was a worthy champion team. That's a worthy one chipper that isn't living 20 years off that 2011 chip, like the 2008 Celtics who still make us remember that 2008 nonstop.
They're overrated
one chipper. They're a worthy one chipper. They won their championship. They celebrated, and that was it. You know what I mean? But it's like that 2011 team was legit.
Yeah, that's the one that made me elevate Dirk Nowitzki into my top 20 list. When I seen that, I was like, this motherfucker put on, and I was impressed. I wasn't rooting for nobody, but I was fucking impressed. Call me impressed that series for sure. And that one sticks out to me the last, besides obviously the Lakers before then and all of that.
But Jason Terry and JJ Barrera, oh my God,
it was amazing,
man.
It was amazing. That team right there was
Tyson Chandler too, man.
Tyson Chandler, veteran leadership. Jason Kidd, I'm happy J Kidd got one too.
Didn't miss any threes at all. That team, it was just it reminds me a lot of Miami's team this year, like the one main dude that.
And that was one of those years. That was one of those years where it felt like the underdog won. You know what I'm saying? Like this year, if Miami was able to pull it off and beat Denver, it's like an amazing storyline. We'll remember this finals forever.
They were absolutely an underdog. Yeah. Even though they went through the guys they went through in the West, you're playing that super team out there.
You were going up against the Heatles, the first team they were built, bro. And I feel like since then, Miami, after that, they learned their lesson. And I feel like that's the series that made LeBron take his game to the next level, even an octave higher. So, got to read my guy's comment here. He said, sorry, y'all, these finals are boring. NBA trying so hard to make it exciting. Mike Malone more worried about the Lakers. Props to Denver, but let's start the offseason already. Appreciate the super chat, bro. Absolutely.
Karen Malone.
Oh man, Mike Malone might be really crying right now with all this free agency and waves just coming off and nobody talking about the Nuggets, bro. He's just crying in the bathroom in the shower.
Instant karma, bro. He kept bringing this up. That's 1-800 your fault, at this that's crazy, bro.
1-800 is your fault.
1-800 your fault.
But it's one of those things. I agree. I wouldn't say that they're boring, but the excitement level, there's not marquee names in this finals. So the casual fan is probably not going to look forward to it. As a result, the ratings will drop. But the diehard fan, we're still going to be watching and we're still going to be enjoying any form of basketball till the next season comes up, because you love basketball. So, but I feel you, bro, and I appreciate the super chat. All right. Back to ball. Over the weekend, it was announced that Austin Reaves will be a part of Team USA this summer, fam. What are you guys' thoughts on how he might benefit from that experience, right? And let's start with my guy. Who went left? Dontario. I always try to reverse the order.
I feel like it's going to be a great experience for him to develop more of his skills. He took a galactic leap this year as far as his performance and play style. I feel like with Team USA, he can pretty much work on his skills as a point guard, because I feel like they're going to feature him more on ball next year. It's trending in that direction that he's going to be more on ball, considering how a point guard situation unfolds. But it's going to be a great experience for him. He's going to do great. We love him in Lakers Nation. But yeah, as long as he stay away from Taylor Swift, it'll do wonders for him.
Damn. Okay. Coming in with the left hook jab right there, man. He said,
hey, stay focused on the court, young man.
Hey, listen, I'll tell you this. I'd much rather him be stuck on Taylor Swift than any of the Kardashians, bro. I'll tell you that right
preach
now.
that, bro.
Preach that. So, you know what I'm saying?
Give you that
one. She seems a lot more calm and well-rounded and down to earth. So,
she got a banner and she got a banner in crypto.
She got a banner in crypto, so maybe she'll motivate him to get one too. But yeah, I feel you on that. That's a good take, man. I think he is going to grow from that. Let's go with Jeff next, man. How you feeling about AR, man? Are you just as excited as your boy or more?
Yeah, I agree. Get him on that stage again to be seen more by more people. Too, what better summer workout than working with NBA players in competition to sharpen your sword and get better at your craft, right? Yes. My only thing that when it comes to these guys playing the Olympics, and one thing you worry about is injuries. Remember what happened to Kuzma? Arguably was slaying on that Olympic team and then got hurt, and then it really affected his next season. For Austin, obviously whatever happens, financially, he'll sign his deal before he goes out there, so he'll be secure. But I like it. I want to see him out there against competition.
I'm sorry, this guy chose violence. My guy Reaves chose violence, bro.
Oh man!
He chose violence, bro. He chose violence.
Oh my god, bro. How old are you, Maurice? You look mad young, bro. I know who you are. How many times you parents, brother?
I don't even know where I was going with that now. I don't even know.
No, I agree.
I completely. I don't know where I was going. I completely lost track. That got me right there. I saw it. I did my best to stay on track, and I fumbled, bro.
I did too, man. I had to show it. No, but I agree. No, Austin Reaves, he's going to benefit from the experience for sure. You were talking about the injury to Kuzma. And I agree. Listen, I hope that he takes a similar trajectory. Kuzma rose this game to another level. I feel like his playmaking got better after Team USA. His defense improved, and he was always a bucket, but he improved those other little things. And you learn so much from playing with elite teammates. It elevates your game, especially the best players, man. The ones that are destined for greatness, they're like sponges. They learn, they ask questions, and they keep improving. So I agree, Jeff.
And one more thing I want to say, I love when our guys play for the Olympic teams, to get out there and play with these other young guys on Olympic teams and tell them what it's like to be a Laker and put it in their head, and just future recruitment. You build that brotherhood with them and you bring them to us later.
Oh, absolutely right. Who's on that team, by the way? I'm already starting to think like
Bridges.
Bring in
Bridges.
Anthony Edwards is on that team.
Yeah, it's a good bond. It's a good experience.
Yeah, absolutely, man. All right, gotta come to my guy Ed, man. How you feeling about that Team USA? And are you as offended as my guy Dtlf that he's dating Taylor Swift? I gotta ask. Compounded question.
His private life, as long as don't affect his game, I'm fine with that. And
that's my only thing.
One of the Kardashians, you know what I mean? That's it.
Okay.
Nah, I'm happy for him, man. As Jeff said, just complimenting. I just wish no injuries at all. But I feel like it will be a great experience for him. I feel like also playing under the FIBA rules and will implement his game. He'll get better, more experience, more exposures for him. You know what I mean? So as you guys said, you're gonna be playing with Mikal Bridges, Bobby Portis, who else? Anthony Edwards. So you get that experience with other guys, not playing against them, but with them. You can emulate the game a little bit, and bring to the Lakers. So, I feel like as long as don't get hurt, it's just good stuff.
I agree. And the last name to go to Team USA, besides Kuzma, was Lamar Odom. And I don't know if you guys remember, but after that season, he had a 6th Man of the Year campaign, right? Which was probably one of his bigger accolades in the year, man. My favorite 6th man all the time right there, LO. But I love it, man. I love it so much. And it shows that his peers respect him. The coaching staffs, they're starting to notice him, so I love it, man. Absolutely great feat and accomplishment, as well as landing free agent superstar Taylor Swift. That's another accomplishment for your boy, man. I say he's leveling up, man.
He's living the life, man. He's winning.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
he's winning.
He's winning, man. Love it. All right.
Who is the coach? Who's the coach for Team USA?
I haven't looked into it. It might be.
Wasn't it? Did he? No. Did Kerr take over? Who took over USA? I think it was Kerr. I think Steve Kerr.
I think Steve Kerr.
If it is Kerr, I feel like he's gonna improve a lot in his shooting.
Yeah.
Because Kerr, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Kerr's gonna give him the green light, man. He's only gonna play Austin Reaves, bro. He's gonna be like, wait a minute. This guy got a nice jump shot on him. I agree, bro.
As long as he doesn't try to recruit to the Warriors.
Nah, man.
They got no money. They got no money.
No, they
cannot afford him, man. Even if they try,
They got money. They just can't spend it on him. Yes.
Yes.
All right. Question from my brother Mookie on Twitter, man. It is for the panel. Who do you guys want to be the starting point guard for the Lakers next season? If you had one name that comes to mind, and I'm gonna start. Let's see with Jeff. Let's go, Jeff. Who we got?
And like so many different.
Who would you like? I'm not saying like the possibility wise, but who would you like in an ideal situation?
The ideal situation would be for D'Lo to get his shit together and then keep him, but I just don't know how ideal that is. But I would like to see D'Lo stay and play well. I would like to see that. I just don't know if that's going to happen. Right. I don't think Dennis is a starting point guard in this league, so I wouldn't throw him out there. I'm not throwing to Kyrie, but I wouldn't be mad at Austin Reaves playing point guard. Like I really
chat agrees.
Wouldn't. I really wouldn't be mad at Austin because you're going to pay him like a starting point guard, probably. And Bron trusts him. He's clutch, and Bron's gonna have the ball in his hand, and they're gonna have someone else out there, another one. So I don't think they really need to go outside of that. I think a guy who already knows the system, a guy that knows most of his teammates, and keep in mind what Austin Reaves always said before he became a scorer and before his job when he was playing with like Malik Monk and his older brother and all that, his job was to get them the ball. That was literally his job. And then he rose them, he passed them. And then it was their job to get him the ball and he became a scorer. And then he came to the NBA and had to readjust back to getting people the ball. And he adjusted at every level. So I wouldn't mind seeing him as a point guard, being that you're going to pay him. I wouldn't like to see them pay him and then pay someone else big to be the point guard. Unless that's his D'Lo and you go over the cap to keep him. But I would say one of the two guys that we already had, honestly.
Okay. That's really realistic right there. Empire Jeff keeping it realistic. All right, man. But if you had one wish, man, who's your point guard? No, that's a good one too, because I like D'Lo. I feel like a lot of people already disrespected him and fully jumped off of the shit based off of one series, and we completely forgot. Well, I wouldn't say we, but they completely forgot everything he did leading up to that, right? Which he was even clutch in the playoffs. He had some clutch moments as well.
And the regular season, He was part of the trade that saves our season. Yeah. So
We don't make that, like Jeff said, we don't make the playoffs without bro. So all right, let's go with mini mo. Let's go Dontario.
Mini mo. Dontario.
I'm with Jeff, man. Austin Reaves. Many people forget that in high school and college in Oklahoma, he did play point guard. That was his position. So he knows that position very, very well. He can also play the two, but I feel like we'll be able to unlock more of him as the point guard. I know someone on the chat said earlier, and I've even said this as well. Like if we were to do a sign and trade with D'Lo, I would want DeMar DeRozan. I feel like him and Austin Reaves will make a great backcourt. So Austin Reaves can be more on the ball. Him and AD in pick and roll situations, even him LeBron in pick and roll situations would be great to see. But I feel like I said before, with him joining Team USA, I feel like being on the ball is going to be his most focal point for this offseason and for next season and going forward. Because to me, honestly, he's going to get paid starting money. Like you might as well start him. So ain't no more going back to the bench for him. Like he's a starter. So if I had my choice of being a point guard, I would choose Austin Reaves. But like Jill said, I don't want to give up on D'Lo just yet. I feel like D'Lo still has a lot to prove. I know that throughout his career, he has not been the best in the playoffs, but I feel like with a good offseason, a good training camp with this squad, him building that continuity, his whole team building continuity, I feel like he'll come back next year with that fire lit.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you guys, and it's one of those things that I'm just like, you know what, man. I love the backcourt look during the regular season and during parts of the playoffs of D'Lo and Austin Reeves. I loved it. You know, that backcourt was pretty good, man. Solid. If anything, we get another rim protector to go alongside with AD. Now you're clogging up the paint and you don't get as much dribble drive penetration, you know, because a lot of the times we blamed it on D'Angelo or on one of the guards. But in reality, if you have some rim protectors, it's not as easy for guys to penetrate. You know, all of a sudden guys are settling for teardrops and mid-range shots contested. And that's what you want with the drop-down defense, right? You want guys to settle. You want them to go and waltz all the way into the paint like they did last season. But let's see. What was the nickname I gave AR? I don't remember, bro. What was the nickname I gave AR this season? I already forgot.
Saucy
Reeves? Saucin Reeves. Saucin Reeves. That's what it was. Yeah, that's what it was. He got sauce, man. Thank you, Ed, for reminding me. At times, he reminds me, you know, he got flashes. People said Jerry West. I see a little bit of Steve Nash, some Manu Ginobili. So he could definitely do some ball handling to add to these guys' point, man. I can see him playing the guard. But in reality, on the Lakers, there is no point guard because that's LeBron James, right? So it doesn't matter who we get there at the point. It's just how you fill out the roster. All right, Ed, go ahead, man. Round us out, man, and send us home with your answer. Who would you like as your ideal point guard? It could be anybody, bro. It's just your wish list. It's Christmas. You just woke up, you open your present.
Christmas.
Who's your point guard?
Luka. Just kidding.
Oh, my guy's shooting for the moon.
In reality, it is the same as Jeff and Ontario. It's Reaves for me and D'Lo. But I just disagree a little bit with you guys. D'Lo was not just one series. Yeah, just not one series.
I like it. Go ahead.
Not just one series that he was bad playing. He was bad. He had, as from what I can see, he had 2 or 3 good games throughout the whole playoffs.
Wow. Okay.
During the regular season, he was really good. But I don't put the blame on him though. I put it in Damian hand because it's the coach. You're not playing well. Say what you want to say about Frank Vogel. If you're not playing well, somebody else is going to take your spot. It's either Alex Caruso in the finals, Markieff Morris. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter if you're getting paid $30 million a year. You're in the playoffs. You're in the Western Conference Finals. It's facts over feelings. If you're not playing well, the undrafted kid gonna be playing on your spot, and somebody else gonna be there, you know, to make the 5-man starting lineup. So I'm in favor of bringing them back, but if like D'Lo is not, you know, playing well, trade in the trade deadline, we trade him, get some more pieces, or you know what I mean, give him a chance. And if the playoff comes and he's not playing well, bench him. Malik Beasley's lost his spot, so he's not that special, you know what I mean? Okay. I respect that, brother. I respect that.
As far as D'Angelo Russell goes, you know, the jury's out on him. I have no idea what the Lakers are going to do with that contract. They might bring it back, most likely. That seems like a likely scenario, unless they find like some sort of trade out there. I don't know. But I really like D'Angelo. I don't love D'Angelo because obviously he likes defense, and you know he could be a little flat-footed on that end. But I like him. Now, ideally, I would like a more defensive-minded guard out there. And again, he just has to be a guard. He doesn't need to be a point because you got LeBron, you got Reaves, you got multiple people who can handle the rock. So, heck, if Boston, now I hate the trade with Boston, but if Boston wanted to trade, I'm in favor of going out for a big guard like Marcus Smart. You know, somebody like that for me would be ideal in the backcourt with a Saucin Reaves and a LeBron James and an AD and potentially a rim protector. Now you're talking, oof. You're talking about some real defenders and hustlers and rebounders out there, man. So ideally for me, I'm trying to think outside the box, bro. I done heard every rumor from Kyrie to Chris Paul to Steve Nash coming out of retirement. Like I done heard it all, man. So
I just wanna you know make something known. Like just because we saying bring D'Lo back does not necessarily mean you know keep him for the whole season. Like one thing about us, we want to keep that flexibility. You know, versus going out getting Kyrie or getting a Trae Young or you know one of these big pipe dream type point guards. You know, you keep D'Lo, and like Ed said, you bring everybody back, and if it don't work out with D'Lo by the trade deadline, trade him. Like you have that flexibility to do so. So this is more so about keeping our flexibility come trade deadline, come you know next season, as opposed to just saying, oh okay, you know let's just give him another shot. Just give him another chance. If he pans out, he pans out. If not, then ship him out.
I think that. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, and also keep in mind, I think being realistic too, I think we need to see what this team can do with a full off season and a training camp,
Yes.
So I would like to see that before we pull the plug on the guys that saved our season. We gave up a first round pick for, and I would like to see what this team can do with further continuity. I'm not, and Don hit it on the head right there. The flexibility is what's most important. That's why they made that deal in the first place. It gave us flexibility this summer, trade deadline, and summers beyond. So I think the Lakers are going to value that flexibility. So I think that's the path that they're going to go.
Yeah.
And I think that's the smart path.
Absolutely. And to top it off, the last thing I'll say about this is that, I love those pipe dream guards that Ontario's talking about, right? I love them. I'm a big Trae Young guy. Kyrie swerving. Kyrie swerving still my guy. So I'm if that ever happened, I'm not mad at it. But the reason I'm getting more on board with obviously going in different directions because I want to keep those draft picks, man. I want to keep building. The Lakers have done just a phenomenal job with that and developing young talent. And the best shot at doing that is to keep the current guys we have. So for those reasons, as they would say at Shark Tank, I'm out. So all right. So that's the basketball portion of the segment, fam. And hopefully everybody enjoyed it in the chat, man. But I can't let these fellas go right here without giving them a little bit of trouble.
Dangerous part of the show now.
There we go, man. Time to put on my horns, man. All right, check it out. What would be your weapon of choice if a zombie apocalypse outbreak happened? Like, what's the weapon of choice, man? I'm starting with Ontario, man. What would be your weapon of choice, man? What are we going with?
Oh man, give me the atomic bomb, man. Go ahead.
Everybody.
Hey, no, I want the atomic bomb, but it will only kill zombies. It won't kill humans. So, it'll be a modified atomic bomb. So that'll be my weapon of choice.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't see how we can make that happen.
Atomic zone.
Atomic zone.
Maybe maybe we put a whole bunch of Wendy's in a bag and just leave it stored up for a good couple months, and that shit gonna kill the zombies, bro. I don't know, something like that. I don't know, but I like it. I like it.
Bad brisket.
Yeah. All right, Ed, talk to me, fam. What was your weapon of choice?
Oh man, because I don't want to kill everybody, just the zombies. So would be like a baseball bat with Negan style with all the wire.
The barbed wire.
Yes. Because I don't make noise, I just go and kill them up, and that's it, man. Just to protect
my guy's getting gory out here, man. Like Gears of War style, huh? I like it, man. All right, Jeff. What we going with, man?
I would just throw a Clipper jersey on them and make them all want to die.
Holy shit. I love it.
That would work, right? That would work.
That's the cheat code, man. That's the cheat code.
If you throw on a Clipper jersey, bro, they're going to turn the shotguns on themselves and just...
Yeah. Come here, cut you, Leonard, and throw that on there like man. No.
That would be great. Now there's a part B to that question, right?
Of course there is.
If you're now, this one might get you in trouble, so feel free not to answer it. But if your significant other, whether it be girlfriend or wife or whoever, got bitten, she's turning into a zombie. All right, what are you gonna do? Right? What is your reaction? Are you putting that person down? You letting them live? You getting bitten by them? What you doing, man? You got three options basically.
She getting put down. She getting put down.
Oh shit!
She getting put down. She getting put down for her. For her,
right?
You know what I mean? For
okay.
Her. So yeah,
for sure.
Less suffering, less everything.
You'll be able to do it though yourself. You'll be able to.
Yeah.
Damn, that's real New York.
I mean, it's
bro.
my job. It's my job. You know what I mean?
That's real New York, brother. That's real for me too.
If my ass gets better, I ain't taking myself out. You know what I mean? You better shoot my ass. Shit, I gotta deal with the bite. Then I gotta go south. Oh hell no.
Oh man. Okay, I respect the answer. All right, Ed, talk to me, man. What you doing, bro?
It is rest in peace, man. It's just like Jeff. That's it. It's for her, not for me. For me a little bit, but yeah, mostly for her. You know what I mean?
Man, we got some savages. We got some savages on the panel.
No, it's out of love, man. It's out of love. You know what I mean? It's
I'll be tough as hell. Like, babe, you gotta go. Then I'm gonna cry in the car. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna lose that. But yeah, no, you
okay.
gotta do it.
I did not expect that. I don't know. For some reason, I expected some sort of Romeo and Juliet answer. Like I'm gonna take one right here. I don't
About to
know.
be Romeo and Juliet. You gonna get bit
Right.
trying to mess around too damn long.
Oh,
Juliet.
Yeah, like,
Oh my.
like, man, we about to get bit like a Chinese knockoff out here, man. Like, ain't happening,
Oh
man. Like,
man, that's tough. My man said she got to go. All right,
Yo.
Dontario, man, talk to me, bro.
Hey man, like in the vows, man, to death do us part. Baby, you gotta go. Like you gotta go. I'm sorry. You know,
Okay,
hey,
I re-
it ain't the best thing about it is she's not her anymore. She's a zombie. So
Exactly.
it's not a her. So it'll be easier for me to kill her. But like Jill said, I'm gonna cry later. Like I'm gonna be boohoo and crying
like
fetal
they
position.
got the best Wendy's in the upper room. The patties ain't square up there, baby.
Oh man, that's tough.
Man.
That's tough. Oh man, y'all too much, bro. Y'all too much.
When is the bane of my existence, man?
I know by now my boy Ontario wishes he never gave that answer to his favorite.
I know, man.
man.
I'm starting to regret at this point.
Oh my goodness, man.
Oh, bro, that was
crazy.
gold. That was gold. That was gold.
Oh man.
All right, excluding death, what is one of your guys' biggest fears? Let's go with Mr. Wendy's himself, man.
Yeah. McDonald's.
Oh man. Hey man, my biggest fear is all the windows around the world shutting down. No, I'm just my biggest fear is disappointing my wife, man. Like I promised her the world, man. I give her my heart, it's my pride and joy. But at the end of the day, man, I don't want to disappoint her, man. If I did anything to fail her or make her feel disappointed in me, man, that's my biggest fear.
Okay.
So
spoken like a true king, brother. I commend you for that one. That's a good
appreciate
one.
it, man. Appreciate
All
it.
All right. That's gonna be a hard follow-up right there, but let's go with it, Jeff. Let's get it.
Damn, yeah, that's a good one. It's a great one. I'll probably say like, damn. I was kind of leaning that way. So
you can give the same answer, just reword it, man.
I think just general, just like family in general, just not reaching my full potential to something they can be proud of, settling for less, not being the man they raised me to be, and just probably my biggest fear is just not being my true self. I pride myself on being my true self, and anytime I'm not that, then it's just not me, and that's probably a legit fear for me.
Oh, we got a sweet moment in the chat,
there
man.
You go.
I'll see you later, baby.
There you go.
My man's holding on to the receipts. He said, "Hold up, something got to happen for this."
Turn off the lights. Grab some Wendy's.
Shots fired. I love it. Shut up.
Oh man, she gets an upgraded Frosty. Look at it. Bigot bag. Look at this.
Oh. Hey, that's what it's all about, man. We ain't here matchmaking and all of that, man. So shout out to Miss Moore, though.
Mrs. Kingpin. Mrs. Kingpin.
Shout out to you, baby. Shout out to you.
Absolutely. All right,
305.
Ed, bro. How you feeling, man? What would be your biggest fear, man, as far as disappointments go?
It's hard to follow up after those answers, but yeah, man, a little bit disappointing, not just the wife, but family in general. And I feel like comfort zone for me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm hungry. I'm always hungry to, like, I'm very versatile in stuff, like not just professional, but in life. I feel like being in the comfort zone for me and not realizing I'm there,
absolutely.
It's very scary for me. Besides like disappointing, because I feel like if I'm in the comfort zone, I'm disappointing myself, and then I'm definitely going to be disappointing my family and my wife. You know what I mean? So yeah,
absolutely. Hey, those are all great answers, and I agree with you, man. Being in your comfort zone is one of my biggest fears. I'm always trying to reinvent myself and do something different as well. And I agree, man. Disappointing family or loved ones would definitely be up there for sure. But my biggest fear is not living up to my full potential, and I think Jeff already touched on this a little bit. Why? Because I feel like mentally and physically I have so much to give, right? And if you and to add a little bit of pieces of what everybody added, if you get complacent, man, you don't live up to your potential. You don't want to be that guy who had an amazing song to sing and you died without singing your song, right? Without per se, right? If we're talking about metaphorically speaking, you want to let your song be heard, your life story, right? So, yeah, man, just that's probably my biggest fear is not living up to my full potential, getting to that 1 million subs and beyond, and even more than that in life, just moving on up, man. So I agree with y'all, man. Those are all great answers. And fortunately, one person is going to get rewarded for their answer. I ain't
Yes.
you know what I'm saying? And we ain't talking Wendy's type reward. You know, we ain't talking no Happy Meal down there. But
there are some things.
Yes, well played, sir. I salute you, man. Well played.
Soja got promoted.
Yes. Man. Hey, listen, fellas, this is how you do it, man. Dontario is a G, man. Y'all gotta know that's how you do it right there. All right. Final question. Final question.
Oh man.
All right, final question. What is one thing you wish could exist but doesn't at the moment? Right? Anything at all.
Anything that could exist?
You would love for it to be invented. It would help you out, or just anything, guilty pleasure, anything. You got one?
Yeah, better GPS than a helicopter, huh? For real. But no, sorry. That really
hurts.
Might be
that
it.
hurts.
Like, you know what I mean? Like
that definitely hurts. Yeah,
because of that one little instrument, cost us our legend, right? So
yeah, absolutely.
You know, between that and better bulletproof vest in the '90s for Biggie and Pac, but other than that, that's probably where I put it.
That's okay. Okay, that's fair enough, man. A kind-hearted answer again. Ed, one thing you wish existed that doesn't currently. Your imagination can take you anywhere, sir.
Bro, teleport machine. You know what I mean?
Just took mine. Son of a bitch.
Oh, man.
You always go last, Dan.
Good shit, man. Good shit. That's the one.
Hey, great minds think alike, bro.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
You know what I mean? That's why we're here. But yeah, imagine like right now, just press the button, go to LA, let's hoop.
Yes.
You know
Oh my goodness. Oh man.
Man. Stuff like that, or just go visit my family or whatever. You know?
That would be a dope ass one, and I wonder if it'll ever become a reality, or is it just a thing of movies? But yeah, that right there would be awesome. It would save everybody so much time, right? It would be
flight tickets.
Oh, everything. It would save it. No more cars. I just snap my fingers and I'm there.
Yes.
Imagine if Don could teleport to get real burgers out here and go back there. He never.
Oh my God.
Damn, bro.
Wendy's would not be in his vocabulary. I agree, brother.
In and out.
I believe that.
If you can teleport, I'm buying you your first In-N-Out burger out here, bro. If you can
In-N-Out's amazing, bro.
Matter of fact, if you're ever out here, I'm still buying you your first In-N-Out burger ever. My guy knows. My guy knows, huh? My guy knows. They say In-N-Out's amazing. Oh, dope.
Yeah, 2014, I was in San Diego for like about 4 months. Oh man, I was eating.
San Diego's beautiful, man. Best weather in probably the best weather in the country, man. SD is
it's beautiful
for sure, man. I'm glad you guys got to try it out when you're out here, man. We need to pop my guy Dontario's cherry, man, because he's out here talking about Wendy's. Like,
forget about it.
Yeah, forget about Wendy's. This is why we make fun of him, because when we were talking about, I think the question was, what was the best fast food burger you ever had? My man said the baked potato spot, man.
We gotta go. We gotta go back to that, because we're all so like intense, because we're foodies, and we're sitting there talking about this, and we're all just like immersed in all these great things. And he said that we all were just like,
Wendy's was such an icebreaker, man.
And his face right away when he said it, he's like. He's like, did I mess that up? Like,
I think, if a Wendy's representative even was watching this video, he probably would have been like, "Oh, hold up!" Oh my God.
Like, wait a minute,
are we that
good? No, but I'll say this: Wendy's is pretty solid for some things. Like if you want something just quick and kind of good, I like their little chicken sandwiches. They're pretty fire, man. Yeah. So yeah, but we were talking big boy fast food joints. So that's why that for everybody that doesn't know in the chat, that's the reference. That's what it is, man. But I appreciate you guys again, man, for tapping in. That's gonna wrap it up for another episode of Around the League.
Hey, man, what about me?
Wait.
You killed the thought with your zombie weapon, man. So
wait. Did I not ask you the question? Hold on.
You keep doing this.
No, you did, man.
You took out the blind last time. You took out the blind. You take out everyone.
It was the Wendy's, bro. It was the Wendy's. All right, go ahead, brother.
We all know the answer, bro.
Let's rewind it back.
Hey, man,
What is the one thing?
ATM machines, man, to get the money. Even if you ain't got the money, you can still get the money. So if you go to the ATM machine, you request $500, you still get $500, even if it's not in your bank account. So
I feel it'd be Magic Cities.
My
everywhere.
man wants the magic. Yo,
Oh my god,
my man wants a magical printer out here, man. He wants a magic lamp with infinite wishes at this point, man.
Oh, man.
I like it though. Hey, that would be great. There was no. That's basically you eliminating money at that point, right? Because if that exists, there's no need for money, right? Everybody can just get it. So you know what? To be honest, I feel like that's the way we were made, and greed got to the people of power, and that's why money was made, because they wanted to keep everything under control and everything in a balance, right? So that's wishful thinking, but it's great wishful thinking. I wish it was true as well, man. No money, no poverty, right? So I think, did I get everybody? I'll make sure I got everybody this time. I'll make sure we got everybody this time.
What about me?
What about me?
We were so wrapped up in the Wendy's talk, man. I forgot about my guy. My bad, brother. But yeah, man, that's gonna wrap it up for reals for this episode. Now, of course, I can't let the guys go without them giving their shout outs and their shouting out their channels and socials and all that gravy baby stuff, man. So let's go ahead, man. Let's start with my guy Ed up top. Talk to us, man. Where they can find you at.
First of all, thank you, Dan, for having me here again. It's always a pleasure. It's always a blast. Jeff, Don, first time with Don, but hey, salute, brother. Jeff knows a lot about CBAs. He's my CBA guy. Dan, you are the highlight, so Laker Nation, you know.
Thank
you very much. As you guys can see, NBA Lakers World is my Instagram page, and
yes,
_. And Lakers World is my Twitter page, so just give it a follow if you guys can. Thank you very much.
Follow my guy. He's very passionate, and he's not joking when he says he's very hungry, man. He kept hitting me up about coming back on the show, so I like I like the hunger, my man. That's what gets you on these things, you know. So I appreciate you, bro. And you know what's crazy? You sent me the first message, and it was under spam for some reason because I get so many messages, and I never checked it. And you sent it way back in March, and we were able to find it and get you here. So hey. Anything's possible, man,
brother. Yes,
yes, and you're great at what you do as well, man. So it's a pleasure having you on board.
I appreciate it.
Let's go with Ontario, man. I don't want to forget my guy, so I'll make sure I get him out of the way. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead,
hey,
man.
Y'all can catch me at the nearest Wendy's, man.
Nearest Wendy's. You need to be the poster boy, bro.
Pull up with the napkins.
I see my boy Ontario.
Pull up with the napkins.
Holding up the baked potato, man. Just
in the back.
Yep.
Like that in the back, like that.
Yep.
Always a pleasure coming on Around the League with my boy Dan, man.
Always a
true
pleasure,
brother. Jeff, you're a true brother as well, man. Love you guys. Eddie, you as well. So glad to meet you for the first time. Very knowledgeable,
thanks,
man.
Man.
You know, you balanced, man.
Likewise, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you. You can find me at Dun the Kingpin on Twitter.
My guy still thinking Wendy's, man.
Yeah, man.
No, they're looking for an app called Crap right now. That's what it was. Crap.
I'm thinking about this truck. I'm thinking about this truck I got to drive at midnight tonight. So.
Crap.
Yeah, man. But of course, y'all can find me at the Kingpin Talks podcast. That page is on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. Y'all can follow me there. Go check out the content. I know Dan love when I say content for some reason.
I love it, bro. I gotta put some flavor on them words, man. You gotta love it, bro. I love an accent personally. You know, it's always cool, man. You bring in different flavor. My guy Ed has an accent as well.
Yeah,
cooking out here, man.
But always a blast, man. Always a blast coming on here, man. I appreciate you guys. I always love y'all.
Love you too, bro. Hey, by the way, guys with accents are always the first ones off the menu. No, Dante, we're not talking Wendy's. Y'all always the first ones off the menu, man. Ladies love y'all, man. So take.
Oh yeah, I know.
He knows.
Whoa, be careful, bro. Be careful. She's listening, bro. Be careful.
Wendy's out here gonna be sliding in the DMs. You keep talking dirty like that. All right, go ahead, Jeff, man. I know you've been putting in work as well, brother. Go ahead.
Wendy sliding in the DMs. I can't with that. Shout out to the chat as always. Still, you guys are the best in the game. because Dan's got the best platform in the game. Shout out to Dan always. You guys are in the presence of greatness. He is goated when it comes to the Laker content creation. So I say this every time. It's always a blessing. I'll never get tired of this. I always appreciate of it.
We love having you, man. Hey, let me tell you something. The fans love having y'all on here, man. They request y'all. Sometimes I'll be talking and I'll read the comments and I'll see the names start popping up. When's Don Terry coming back? When's Empire Jeff coming back? Eddie, he's the next one, man. He's he's gonna be most wanted.
Yeah, no, we appreciate all you guys, and obviously Don, that's my brother. Ed, you joined the family now too. We missed we was missing Mees last time. Today we was missing Don last time. So shout out to Mees. Shout out to everyone else who's been on this panel, from Coach Joe to WSN, the Q. I know I'm missing. I can't name all of them because Dan's been so gracious with his time, and you guys need to appreciate, man. There's a lot of panels out there that lets just anyone come on, scream and yell and talk over each other, and just it's bad content, it's bad information, and Dan. Where he runs a great show, and it's all because of him. We don't exist without him. So it's all about, all roads lead to Dan on this. So it's great appreciation on that. As far as myself, like I said, if you like what I bring to the table, you can find me on Twitter at EmpireJeff_, and my YouTube channel is at EmpireJeffTV. I'm starting to get on a little roll there. This is my third day in a row doing something.
Proud of you, man.
So appreciate it, man.
Putting in the work. Yes, sir.
So I'm telling y'all.
Go follow my guy for reals, man. Listen, I need you all to send your links to your socials and stuff, man. Just DM it to me. I can just copy and paste. It makes it easier than looking each one of you guys up. That way the fans, they love you guys, so they should be able to subscribe. It shouldn't be too hard, right, fam? And that way they can just click on it and go straight to it, man. Just send it to me. I'll post it in the description after this video is fully posted. But you guys are phenomenal, man. You guys are spectacular. I'd like to give a shout out as well, man. I obviously these fellas are nothing but, and listen, you don't come back to this show unless you were good. So if you're here second, third, fourth, fifth time, you guys are the cream of the crop, man. And Laker Nation has some of the most intelligent fans out there. Don't let no statistics tell you otherwise. You know what I mean? Like, I done read some crazy shit. You know what I'm talking about, Jeff? Mm-hmm. And so don't let no statistics tell you otherwise. These are some of the most educated basketball minds out here, and they deserve you guys' subscriptions, you guys' likes, and you guys' follows. So definitely, please go do that as soon as this show ends. And also tomorrow there will be there most likely will be a retro gaming session with yours truly and my girl, man. So definitely check that out if you guys are interested in that. I had a couple of requests for that, so try and do it at least once a week during the summer. Keep the content rolling out, man. But I appreciate everybody. Thank you guys once again. Much love, fam. And I will see you guys here on the next episode of Around the League.
Y'all be safe.
Peace out.
Peace.